The night was dense with silence, the kind that pressed against the walls and settled heavy in the air. Only the faint whir of the ceiling fan kept the darkness from swallowing everything whole. Aram sat at the edge of the bed, hunched forward, his phone glowing in his hands. The screen illuminated his tired face, but it was the words on it that carved into him like a blade. He read them once, then again, and again. Can't wait to see you again. Last night was unforgettable. His pulse hammered in his ears. The message wasn't meant for him, it was a confession without intent, written to his wife, his Hania, the woman who once swore to be his always. His throat tightened until breathing felt like swallowing shards of glass. The walls seemed to lean inward, suffocating him with the weight of a truth he wasn't ready to face. He wanted to throw the phone against the wall, to let the rage inside him explode into something tangible, something destructive. But he didn't. His hands only trembled, locked in paralysis, while his heart cracked under the burden of betrayal. When the bedroom door creaked open, she entered softly, humming a tune under her breath, her perfume filling the room, the same fragrance he had picked for her months ago. She smiled as if life were untouched, as though no storm hovered between them. And perhaps that was the cruelest part, her ease, her ability to wear serenity while hiding her secret so effortlessly. That night he said nothing. The words swelled inside him, too heavy to force past his lips. He lay down beside her, eyes fixed on the ceiling, listening to the faint taps of her fingers gliding across her phone. The blue light washed over her features as she scrolled beneath the blanket. He didn't need to ask who she was speaking to. He already knew. The days bled into weeks. Each morning he rose, put on a smile, played his part. He laughed when she laughed. He held her hand when eyes were on them. He stood beside her, the picture of a devoted husband. But behind the mask he crumbled a little more each day. Every excuse about late nights at work, every chuckle she muffled while texting, every distant look in her eyes. Each was another reminder that she had built a world outside of him, a world he was locked out of. At last the dam inside him cracked. One evening he set the phone on the table between them, the message glaring at them both. His voice came out raw, breaking under the weight of the question. Why, Hania? Was I not enough? Wasn't our life enough? Her face drained of color. Tears welled in her eyes, trembling on the edge of her lashes. Aram, I didn't plan it. I was lost. He made me feel alive. Alive. The word slammed into him, cruel and merciless. Alive, as if everything he had given her, his love, his loyalty, his years, hadn't been enough to make her feel that way. Anger surged through him, hot and blinding, but beneath it throbbed something even worse. A desperate love that chained him to her. He despised himself for it. He knew he should stand, walk out, leave her sobbing on the floor. But when she collapsed to her knees, begging, pleading, tears staining her cheeks, his resolve shattered into dust. He reached for her. His hands shook as he pulled her close, their tears mingling. I can't lose you, Hannah, he whispered, his voice hollow, almost broken. Even if you've destroyed me, I can't let you go. In that moment he hated himself for the weakness. But love isn't a ledger to be balanced. It is chains that bind, unseen but unbreakable. And his soul was bound to hers no matter how deep the wound. That night, they lay in the same bed again. She clung to him, whispering through sobs, swearing it was over, promising never to stray again. He wanted to believe her. He needed to, because the alternative life without her was unbearable. But deep inside, in the pit of his chest, he knew the truth. Something had already been lost, and no apology could resurrect it. Trust once broken doesn't heal. From then on, every vibration of her phone became a spike in his chest. Every smile that lingered too long over a message tore at him. He had chosen to stay, but the wound never closed. His love, once his salvation, had become his curse. And so Aram carried his broken heart in silence. To the outside world they were still perfect. They laughed at dinners, posed for photographs, held hands at family weddings. But behind their doors, his heart bled in the shadows, and her betrayal haunted their home like a restless ghost. He stayed not because she earned forgiveness, but because love, once it takes root, doesn't easily die. It lives on even when it corrodes the soul that carries it. Aram chose his tragedy knowingly. To remain with the woman he loved, aware she had given parts of herself away, yet unable to sever her from his heart. The cruelest betrayal wasn't hers alone. It was his own heart, shackling him to the very thing that had shattered it. Love had made him prisoner, and he bore the weight of his chains willingly.